What up, everybody? It's me, Bitchy, here back, giving you, honey, the third installment of your faves, honey, the LA Breakfast Club. Yes, as I said in the last podcast, BANV, aka Brendan, was in the motherland in Nigeria, getting his life from his people. Like I said, waking up from yeah, yeah, yeah. And just getting his life. So, I really wanted him to come on and tell us about that. And for me, Adriana and Brennan just all to get back together and kiki it up and laugh like we usually do. Although some of the events that followed the podcast kind of bothered me and kind of hurt my feelings, we're not going to dwell on that. We're going to enjoy this podcast because we recorded it and we're not going to waste it. And yeah. Your faves are back, the Shady Bunch. Here's the story of a guy named Bitchy. He started a podcast 2018, living in LA all alone. He needed some Judies. There's a story of a girl named Adri. She is dancing her way around LA. Sis was on Ellen and some other stuff. Did I tell you for real? Winked at her. And then, here comes Brendan. He's the bro, and he's from Chicago. Had to make the rhyme, couldn't think nothing to say. Cause that's the way we all became the Shady Bunch. The Shady Bunch. The Shady Bunch. That's the way we became the Shady Bunch. I'm a little sick, sorry. I know you can hear that rasp in my voice. But yeah, this is BANV, AGAENDB, the God. We are the LA Breakfast Club. All right, perfect. All right, everybody, we are back. The LA Breakfast Club. Okay, I'm keeping it in there. That's normal banter between us three. And we are back. Like I said in the last podcast, Brendan was in Nigeria, getting his life with the people of the motherland.
Oh my God.
Waking up to the sounds of
No, don't do
the
it.
Lion King.
Don't you dare.
Waking up to the sounds of his ancestors and his people giving him life. So yeah, we're gonna start off with that. That's gonna be the first thing that we talk about. And yeah, how was your trip?
It was cool. I had like a 32-hour flight
That's why.
on the way there. Fucking sucked.
Okay, that's way too long.
It was terrible. And like
Holy shit.
I'm not a big fan of flying at all.
We're gonna get into that later. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
We're definitely
yeah,
gonna get
that's
into
one
that
of
later, bitch.
Too soon.
And this is the first time I'm talking about it, so y'all are gonna get my raw reaction, which may involve tears because I'm feeling myself. It just okay. Go.
Anyway,
happy before sad.
carrying on. Yeah, I was getting a little nervous flying, especially like when you take off and you're sort of just turning and looking down at the city suspended in midair, and you're just like, fuck, like this is just a really heavy scrap of metal flying through the air. But yeah, eventually I landed, and I landed in like a smaller part of Nigeria. So originally I was in Lagos, but then I went to Owerri, which is like nearby the village that my family is from. And I was picked up from there, and it was around like 4:30 their time. And I hadn't really ate or slept for a while, so I was like tired. I just wanted to like eat some fucking fufu and a goosey soup and like go to sleep.
What is the matter?
I was about to ask, what is fufu? Because I've always heard of that being like a dish, but what is it?
So
For people who may not
it's
know.
either like pounded yam or pounded cassava, and it looks similar to like mashed potatoes, but the consistency is a bit different. It's stickier and it's a little denser, and basically you just like roll it up in a ball and you dip it in this soup or stew that's fucking delicious. And it's like one of my favorite foods. Have it with like goat meat and like some plantains. It's fire. But anyway, I got there, and that night, like, I wasn't really sleepy for whatever reason. I didn't really get jet lagged, so I didn't go to sleep until super late. And then I woke up. Oh, they don't have electricity in the village I was at, so you have to have a generator that pretty much lasts like 6 or 7 hours throughout the night, and then you wake up at like 4 a.m. and it's the darkest you've fucking ever seen it in the world, because like we're used to there always being some kind of light, even if it's like street lights, but there it's just like darkness, stars, and like crickets chirping and shit. So it was like really cool sonic and visual experience, but it was also weird because I was like, I can't see 3 inches in front of my face, and like, it's just an experience I wasn't really used to. But the next day,
the last time you went there?
3 years ago, but a lot of the time I was in the actual city, so we had more electricity. The government took away electricity from the village like 10 years ago.
Damn.
So they just been living on generators and really shitty diesel fuel that's terrible for the environment.
Damn.
But that's not the worst part of the government by any means. The next day was cool. It was like just a chill day, basically chilling around the crib, eating a lot of good food, and like just hanging out with family, drinking. I think I got drunk at like fucking 12 p.m. that day, just because we pulled out
Amateur. I'm just kidding.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Okay.
We pulled out the palm wine. So palm wine is this like natural wine that you just get from a palm tree. And you just like tap the tree, and it comes out, and it's sort of white, like milky white, like coconut juice, but like a little bit more color. And it's fucking delicious, and you can just drink it like it's like orange juice or.
Is that in the palm trees in LA? Or
Fuck
just
no.
up there? Okay. I'm like, okay. There has to
Nah,
be
you
some
can't
just.
just. I don't think you'll get
Let's
anything.
hit up any palm tree.
No, it's a specific
Hilarious.
tree, and then I think like different trees have like produce even different kinds of wine, and it's the best part of it is it's just naturally fermented. You don't add anything; it just comes out and it's alcoholic, and like it has a lot of vitamins, so it's good for you. And you don't.
Lit at the same time.
Yeah, you get lit as fuck
That's
like after
awesome.
1 cup,
I
and
need that.
you wake up the next day and you feel fine.
Okay.
So that like a lot of my trip was mostly spent chilling. I was there essentially for a festival, the New Yam Festival. It's called EKG, and basically what it is like people all go to like one street or one specific part of a village and sort of pay homage to the tradition of Igbo land from like thousands of years ago. And it's really cool because everyone's super into it, and there are sort of like unwritten rules. Like, for example, women, like even if you're a grown woman and you know that these masquerades, these people in like the traditional costumes won't do anything to you because you know they're just like dudes from the village, you still like are scared and like you run away when you see them, but like you talk later about it logically and it's like, oh yeah, like I wasn't actually scared. It's just like I don't want them to like whip me or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So basically what it is like the most lit block party you can imagine, like times 100. Like that's the only way I can describe it. Because it's just like an entire street, like multiple blocks. You can't even really call it blocks. It's just like a street filled with people and like dancing people in costumes. And like they have palm fronds and they put them in front of you. And you can't like move past or step over without paying them or like getting whipped basically. That's like the tradition.
What?
Like
or something? Or I'm just trying to make sure, like.
not like an actual whip, just like a palm frond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in a playful way, or like.
Yeah, no, it's not serious.
beating
They
the
like
hell out of-
whip,
okay,
like whip
cool.
your leg.
Not bad.
But a funny ass thing that happened was I told Adriana about this. One of the masquerades came up to me, and he kept saying, "You see my ugly face, white man. You see my ugly face, white man." Because in Nigeria, I'm white. Like anybody that's not dark skinned, especially if like you look sort of racially ambiguous like me, you're white. Or like if you're Indian, you're white. If you're Chinese, you're white. So he kept saying, "Look at my ugly face, white man." And he was like, you have to pay me so like I can get surgery or some shit. That's not like what it is, but he just wanted me to pay him because it's like the tradition. But then
Okay, I would have died.
yeah, it was funny as hell. And I ended up not paying him at all. I just like kept laughing and walking. But this one dude was just wearing boxers, and he had a bucket of soap and water, and he would just go up to people and like scrub himself, and he was just covered in like soapy water. And people would like put money in his bucket. But then my uncle's dad saw it, and he's like this very traditional, like historical scholar. And so he saw that, and he got really upset. And he started yelling at the dude, and then he fucking took a stick and started beating him on the head and shit, and like on the body. Like, shit. Don't do that. Yeah. And I was like, damn, what are you doing, Grandpa? Because I didn't really understand what was happening. I just thought that was like a normal thing to do. Apparently it wasn't. But it was very funny to witness him. Because normally he's just like a very chill, like soft-spoken, well-mannered guy. And then that was the festival. I was really tired that day, and I think I sort of got sick. If you hear me, I still sort of sound sick. But that's probably like the craziest thing that happened. That was normal. Another crazy thing that happened was this kid, like a couple days later, stole my cousin's phone. Like he came into our compound, and he took her phone and left. And everyone was freaking out, like, what happened to her phone? What happened to her phone? So they eventually ended up finding him. And I'm not like trying to sneak this or like make it hot for anyone in my family. But they found him and brought him back to the compound and immediately just started fucking beating his ass. Like, yo, where's the phone? Cause this kid, like, it was known that he was a criminal. So I think they were like trying to teach him a lesson more so than just like beat him up for the sake of getting the phone back.
Yeah.
Cause like out there, they'll fucking kill you if you do some shit like that. Like if you do it to the wrong person, they'll kill you. So like they were trying to prevent that from happening. And they had him tied up and like were just going in on him for like 4 or 5 hours. Just like locked him in a room. And he eventually ended up escaping. He probably did some other shit that night. But yeah, that was interesting to watch. I didn't really like...
Per se.
I was just like, y'all are going hard as fuck right now on this kid. And I even had to hold people back. I was like, damn, like... you know, like, this is medically unsafe. But yeah, that was crazy as fuck. Those were the 2 moments that like stood out the most. Apart from that, I was just like seeing people, going around like saying what's up, paying respects, and like just like taking a lot of pictures of the area because I wanted to like have memories of how the land actually looked. And there were a bunch of like cool exotic trees and shit that I just like didn't expect to see. Like there were a lot of mango trees and there was like bamboo there. There were pineapples growing out of the ground. What? Yeah, so a lot of my time was just spent sightseeing, not in like the traditional sense, like going to a museum, but just like in the village.
How long were you there?
I was there for 6 days.
Did you post like an album or anything? Or you just have like...
No, pictures? I just have shit. I don't really like sharing stuff until like later. But I will eventually like share stuff on my Instagram and stuff. But it was cool. And then I went to Lagos the last day and just stayed in the hotel and watched Nigerian Big Brother, which is fucking hilarious.
I can imagine.
Okay.
That's funny. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was dope.
I'm definitely inspired to like travel. That's like my new goal now. Whether it's like across this country or across the seas,
It is fun. But I always get nervous on planes and like I always get sick when I go overseas.
We're going to talk about that soon. Sorry, I'm not interrupting again, but we're definitely going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely want to start traveling.
You said you're going to go to Spain? No.
I have
you
like
said you wanted to go to
list,
Switzerland.
and I don't know where to go now. Yeah, I keep seeing places on Facebook, and I'm like, damn, I want to go there.
Facebook knows, bro.
Mark
Zuckerberg knows where you want to go.
I deleted all of my social media. I'm going on a social media cleanse for like a few months just to like focus
months?
on shit. Well, I'm still gonna do obviously the podcast and the YouTube videos, but I'm not gonna like be on anything else for now. But that's a while, yeah. I just want to see if I can like really focus on the shit that I like to do.
Smart.
That's cool. find some new hobbies and shit.
Yeah.
I feel it. I'm into it.
But thanks for telling us about that. Next, I want to talk about. Okay, before we get into this playing stuff, because we definitely about to get into this playing stuff. Khloe and Tristian, and this will be quick for all of us because we're basically all in agreement, I think, from what I remember. This Khloe and Tristian situation, we all heard that Tristian was caught in the club kissing on some Armenian bitches, getting his Pina Wiener played with in the club, grabbing on it.
Yeah.
grabbing on his meat in the club, letting the girls grab on it, putting their faces
Beef
in
only.
it.
Oh, damn.
Grabbing his beef.
I didn't even watch
and basically got caught up. And now there's been, I guess, about 6 women who come out saying, I've been fucking with him too. We're basically all in agreement that cheating is a no. It's a no, dog.
It's enough for me.
Shout out Randy Jackson.
As soon as that happens, it's over. But we've heard, or at least it's been reported, allegedly. This is all allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sue, can't sue. Really, I don't have much for you to sue. That settlement won't be much, but yeah. Khloe reportedly has said, it's cool. We can work this out.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all thoughts? Do you see yourself being able to work that out if it came up in your relationship, or is it a no?
Because he's very adamant
No,
about his answer already.
I don't. I think that's like...
Yeah.
Because if you do that, it just shows a lack of respect for, like, yourself and the relationship. And that's, like... I can't fuck with somebody that doesn't respect. Especially if it's, like, a long-term relationship. Like, you've been dating for a while. You have these rules established. And you just go, like... basically completely undercut everything you've been working on for however long. And even if it's a short-term relationship, like, it's better to just, like, if you're not fucking with somebody, just let them know and be like, yo.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Don't listen. Don't get me fucked up.
Okay. It's not that hard to tell somebody.
It's really
just like, yo.
It was fun, but I'm growing in a different way and you're going in a different way too. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that shit is fine.
Shit.
People, but the issue is like people don't know how to fucking communicate. That's really the biggest issue. Like, they don't know how to say what the fuck is like on their mind or like how they feel because, I don't know, because of pride, and then they're just like concerned about shit that doesn't fucking matter. But people just like legit don't know how to fucking communicate, and that's really like
and that kind of ties into my like social media cleanse. I want to learn how to be in the moment. If I know you, I want to text you or call you if we need to talk. Or if I'm with you, we can chat and be talking. Like, I don't need to be on this social media or that social media when I have, like, shit happening around me. So I think that's going to help me with, like, being able to speak my mind more. It's just, that's all I'll be able to focus on. It's, like, my creativity and, like, doing the shit that I love doing.
And, like, being honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's a no.
So yeah, I think that's unforgivable.
I can't even add on what he said. Everything he said is +1 for me. +2, I know you're on as +2.
Yeah, okay, so I don't condone cheating. From what I know, I don't know. I haven't really been in that many. Oh, thank you. I haven't been in like a million.
Side note, Sis is an artist. Sis is a Renaissance woman, honestly. She can sing, dance, draw, paint. Sis will give you a bubblegum painting.
A bubblegum?
Perfectly sketched out and painted. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I get bored, so I'll be having to learn how to do shit, I don't know. Nice. Anyway, yeah. I try not to judge women who decide to stay with a guy after finding out that there's been, like, infidelity in the relationship. Just because, like, I can't put myself in their shoes and be like, oh, well, they feel this way and the person said this and that. For me, it's a no, just because, like, Brendan already said, like, there's a level of respect that you have in a relationship, and when you decide because it is a fucking decision.
Yeah.
It ain't no
It's not like
fucking
you're
accident.
unconscious.
Nigga. Like, your penis does not just accidentally fall into a vagina. Like, you consciously put
also,
it in
like,
there.
it's not that easy to just, like, slip into a...
Yeah,
You have to prepare.
You gotta find the angle.
Never mind. Anyway.
You gotta lay him or her down the right way, at the right exact angle, and insert at the right exact...
Yeah, man, that is it's not something I intend on entertaining at all. That's just it's so disrespectful, and it's like a slap in the face. Because honestly, if you're not like feeling it, if you feel like you need to get out, just fucking tell me. Yeah, I'm gonna be heartbroken, but I'd rather you not fucking do that shit behind my back, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm hearing it from other sources or seeing it, you know, from other sources. Like, that shit is just fucking not cool. So, you know, prayers and thoughts to the women who stick through it, because, you know, it's people who've been in relationships, who've been married for years and years, and they find out about infidelity, and they're like, well, fuck, I'm going to stay. Yeah. And I don't know what that experience is like, so I can't really speak on it and be like, oh, they're stupid for staying. Like, I would have dipped, you know. I don't fucking know.
Shout out DJ Envy. I'm sorry. I apologize to you.
Okay.
I'm not fucking sorry. I don't care about you.
Side note, I'm over Envy for really coming to Deezus and Miro about that little...
He was in his light-skinned feelings.
Mad corny. And my New York boy. Mad corny. Like, really? Rashad, I'm not even going to call you Envy.
Damn.
Because I don't envy you.
Ooh.
To end this conversation on this cheating...
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. I feel like it's an expectation nowadays, like in the culture. Like, if you're not cheating,
people
don't
believe in like love or like solid
like
relationships.
you can be vulnerable with somebody.
Like it's supposed to be this expected thing. Like, all motherfuckers cheat. Like, I've never fucking cheated, so don't put me in that shit. So if I'm not cheating, then nigga, you shouldn't be cheating.
If I had a gavel, this is what it would sound like. I heard some girls saying the other day, they were talking about this situation. They were like, if Tristian cheating, all men cheating. I was like, sis, they're not.
Not all men.
I was like, all men aren't Tristan Thompson. And I was like, it's sad that you feel that way, because...
That is sad, because there's probably dudes that are like,
what advantage point are you putting yourself at?
I don't know where they are, but I'm sure that there's
I don't know where they are.
I'm sure there's dudes that are out there doing the right thing, and like, I try not to, like, box dudes all in one.
You don't want to have that kind of mentality. It's different.
I try not
you just gotta find them.
Niggas
Search. Okay.
Niggas gonna always be niggas, as Kehlani says. You know what I'm saying? But that's
we ain't even gonna go there. But okay. And bitches gonna be bitches though.
Yeah.
We gotta give them on both sides.
Oh yeah.
Gotta see both sides.
Okay. Now we gonna get into this airplane thing. Can you pull up the topics?
Right away?
We only gonna do 2 more topics. We gonna keep her under 40s.
We got Southwest, Starbucks, One Gotta Go, and Motivational Kayak.
Some gonna come out. Yeah, we can get them all. Okay. Quickly, because I don't want to talk about it and speak nothing into existence. This airplane thing of Southwest Airlines. These people on their plane listening to Coachella Sunday morning. And all of a sudden, bitch, the engine blows up, blowing out a window and sucking a woman out the goddamn window. How do y'all feel about flying after this?
I still feel the same as I always felt. I'm pretty comfortable with flying. I just kind of have this, when it's my time kind of thing. I know that sounds like morbid and probably... it sounds maybe even like a cop-out, but I can't live my life in fear. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And like I was telling you earlier, like that December after September 11th, I was flying to New York, and I was like 12 years old. I had no fear whatsoever. I was like, I'm getting on the plane. Nobody's about to fucking threaten me with a box cutter if that's really the fucking situation. And like, why live my life like, oh, this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen? Yeah, you have to take precautions, and that's why it's important to know what the fuck happens in an emergency on the plane. Shout out to my like flight attendant friends who are posting this shit when the other plane fucking window busted and people had the mask over their mouth only, clearly showing that they didn't listen to a goddamn part of the whole safety training that happens at the beginning of a flight. Because if anybody fucking listened, then you know you have to pull the strap over your head. You pull it tight so that it fits over your nose and mouth. If you've never fucking listened to it before, I'm telling you now, it needs to cover your nose and your mouth. Holding it over your mouth is not gonna fucking save you.
And just so y'all know, she ain't being loud. I'm pushing the phone close to her mouth so y'all know what the fuck to do on this plane. Because
no, but yeah, honestly, I can't live my life in fear. I've never really like had a big issue with flying. I've always been pretty comfortable with it. It hasn't ever really bothered me too much before, so it doesn't really bother me too much now. Because, you know, it's planes that... Remember that fucking one plane that disappeared however many years ago? I could have been... Yeah. I could have been scared after that. Like, what if my plane disappears? Well, you know, it is what it is, and I can't live my life living in, like, what ifs, you know? So... That's a very unfortunate situation, and thoughts and good vibes and prayers to the people on those planes. But I'm a continue to travel as long as I got money to do that shit. Yeah, that's how I feel.
My quick take is that I agree with everything you just said, but I don't want to go like that. I just cannot imagine being.
I don't want to go, so I figure anyway it's gonna be inconvenient.
And I'm trying not to cry because I literally, when I was reading this story, I imagined it being me on that plane.
Oh damn! See, that's what they want. That's what they want.
And seeing it happen, like I saw the woman's body, I saw the people holding her and like literally pulling for dear life, trying to bring this woman back into this plane.
But they did though, right?
And they got her back in, but still,
she died
it's just
from
like
the
the thought that this woman was outside of a fucking plane.
Yeah.
I'm more afraid of like dying on a roller coaster than a plane. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I've had dreams
I'll get on a roller coaster any day.
Being on a roller coaster and the shit came loose and I was fucking holding on for dear life. I've had dreams like that, so that's the only reason why.
That happened
like
to me
I'm more afraid to die. That happened
when I was
to you.
on New York,
You shut your
roller
fucking
coaster.
mouth right now.
So okay, I got on a roller coaster.
You got stuck or what?
No, so it was kind of tight when I first got on. They were like, "Okay, sir, you're good." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" They were like, "Okay, yeah, you're good." So we take off, and all of a sudden, I feel it kind of budge forward a little bit. I'm like, "Hold on."
Bro.
I was like, "This shit wasn't tight like y'all just said." So all of a sudden, we going. I'm like, "Okay, I'm already on the ride, Laura." I'm like I'm holding on for dear life, pulling it into me. Then I feel my iPhone come out of my pocket. I'm like, Lord Jesus, my iPhone just came out of my pocket. We finna go down the first drop into an upside down thingy. A loop-de-loop. For y'all who don't know what I'm talking about. I'm pushing my ass over to the side like, Lord, please do not let my phone fall out of this seat.
Please don't let you fall out of the seat while you worried about the iPhone. I would have been worried about my fucking life.
Thank God I got through the ride. Little short to be short.
That's
but
wild.
Back to flying.
Okay.
I just don't want to go out like that, and I'm gonna still travel
Which is
just like you said,
understandable.
sis, and I'm still gonna. If it's my time, it's my time. But in that moment, I'm still gonna be like, Lord, please let us get through this flight.
Yeah. Oh,
and that's all you
totally
can do,
understandable.
really.
I'm not saying I'm okay with dying on a plane, but if that's where I'm at, then there's really not much that I can do at that point.
And shout out to the pilot, because I've actually found out that it was a female pilot. Not that that makes any difference. Women can do anything men can do. But just shout out to her for being so calm to just be like, okay, y'all, we have an engine failure. What can I do? Where am I going to be able to land? She was calm. She was able to land the flight. We only lost the woman who was sucked outside of the window, and everybody else lived. And just shout out to her. And Brendan, last word on traveling. How do you feel about it?
I used to never be nervous flying. I recently got nervous like the last 2 years for whatever reason. I don't really know why. But yeah, it's like I'm not gonna fucking take the Greyhound to Chicago every time I want to go home to visit. I'm not gonna take the fucking Pinto back to or the fucking Mayflower. I'm not gonna take a ship across the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna still be on planes, but I'm gonna just be nervous the whole time. So that's
The
cool.
whole time?
But
Yeah, every time there's like turbulence or anything, I was like, "Fuck, this is it." Like,
You don't sleep on
I'm a-
planes?
I can't really.
me
like,
either. And no matter how hard I try, even if I took a NyQuil or
I was
two
about to
NyQuils, I
say,
will
you
still not knock
gotta-
out.
Pop a pill.
Something about it is just like, bitch, stay up. In case it do go down, you don't want to wake up and be surprised by it. You want to know what's coming.
The only way I
Shit.
can't sleep on a flight is if I'm in an uncomfortable situation. If I'm sitting in the fucking middle.
Oh, I hate middle seats.
Or
Fuck
if I'm
middle
sitting
seats.
on the fucking aisle seat and the fucking cart hits my elbow
your
or
leg
some
or something?
shit.
I think the only reason
But
why I'm nervous is because I was
otherwise,
planning on
I'm
actually going home tonight or next weekend
Oh, you were?
for the weekend.
Yeah.
Just
That's
whatever.
cool.
It's only like $275 or something like that. But
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think that's the only reason why I'm nervous right now. If it
Don't
was in the
take
future, I could
Southwest.
forget about it. Okay. But that's what I love.
Yeah,
'Cause they
Southwest
backslide
is the best.
free.
Exactly.
And they always got a deal, especially from
That's
LA to
why.
Chicago.
The engines don't know. Just listen.
But actually, I've been reading so many stories. Every morning when I come into work, I read Yahoo
See, that's
News.
the issue. I'm
And
fucking with the
Allegiant,
news.
Spirit, and everybody else have been having failing.
I've
tests
flown
on their
Allegiant,
flights.
bitch ass. They just won, or they neck and neck with Spirit. Allegiant, don't
They
think you
lying
fucking
because they was
slick.
on Yahoo.
Don't
talking
think
about
y'all
they
slick.
failing, okay?
Don't think y'all slick, cause I've flown your shit before, and y'all just as cheap as fucking Spirit.
Okay, so
Fuck
happier
yeah.
things because I'm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go
I feel like I'm gonna be on a
go
flight
ahead.
next week, and I pray that I land in Miss Windy
Miss
and not
Go in
one of these
city.
states on the way there. Shit.
You got it.
In my Lord and Savior's name, knock on wood. Okay. What was the other topic? We may
One gotta go.
One gotta go.
Oh.
We may do like some quick
There's
ones.
Starbucks.
Okay, so the Starbucks thing. Do you feel like we can do this quickly?
Fuck Starbucks.
Is there any way to fix this, or is this something that's going to continue to happen in different places around the
This
world?
is the
basically?
issue, okay?
Starbucks isn't the issue. America is the issue.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
exactly
not
what I was about
Starbucks.
to say. I'm like, it's not
It's
fucking
definitely not
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
It's the motherfuckers that was running the
Yeah.
shit that called the cops.
Exactly.
But they're just a very, 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 very tiny percentage. And the rest of the motherfuckers in this country that have issues with people of color.
Black
and
people.
that's all I really have to say on the fucking matter. Yeah, you closed down the, and you know, shout out to the CEO for at least doing something.
I
you
hope
know?
he wasn't acting though, because this was on.
Did y'all see the
CNN,
memes,
like,
the
I
Office
hope-
memes
I hope everybody's
about the racial?
okay.
Remember when
Oh,
Michael tried to
fuck.
hold that shit and he just had the races on their
I didn't
heads?
see that.
You didn't see the memes?
uh-uh.
So in the Office, Michael was like holding a racial sensitivity thing, and he just like decides to like mix people's races
role-playing,
up
basically.
and do role playing. So like Kevin was like Indian or something. He put for himself Martin Luther King Jr. and then like it was just stupid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they were saying that's what Starbucks is gonna do, which like honestly.
And
'Cause
then
how do you teach racial bias? You
In
can
one
teach,
day.
I
you
wanted
can
to talk
teach-
about that. Y'all
you
do not
can
need to close
teach
these stores
all
down.
you want. You can teach all you want, but
Exactly.
people,
Stop.
that doesn't mean people are gonna fucking change their ways.
Exactly. Don't close your stores down. Hire the right people.
Yeah,
To
just
be
need
in
it-
the stores.
Yeah, we just need it in America in general. We need to teach history,
Yeah.
like real history, and we need to have a reckoning with our past. All of the fucked up shit we did, the 100 million Native Americans that we killed, whose soil that we built and we claim is ours, the 8 million people that didn't even make it to America from Africa that died on the Middle Passage. Slavery was mad fucked up. Jim Crow was mad fucked up. Segregation is mad fucked up. The police state that we're currently living in is mad fucked up. So once we completely dismantle all of the anti-black systems that we're currently living in, we will move past this. I don't
But
see that
I don't
happening.
see that
Okay.
ever happening. So
Basically,
that's
last
what it
word on this to get to some happy stuff is anybody who is racist, get over it. We're here.
Catch
We're here
my
to stay,
fade.
honey.
Catch
Okay,
my
let me
fade.
tell you, we're here to stay.
is. Catch me outside.
We make movies like Black Panther. We win Oscars for Get Out. We make movies like what's the Once Upon a Wish thing that just came out with Oprah.
Oh, that shit was actually fire, bro.
We're doing things. We're out here.
Shit, I'm trying to think of the name now.
Shit. We're slaying Coachella.
Baychella.
giving you bitches spasms, not even knowing what's gonna happen next year.
I fucking wish I was going to Coachella.
I know.
I love y'all to death, but I wish I was at Coachella right at this very fucking moment.
A Wrinkle in Time.
You know what I really wish, and this is a drunk thought. I wish I was a jumper and I could just grab y'all hands and jump us to Coachella
that's
right
what
now.
I always wished.
Am I the only person who ever wished things like that?
I've never thought of being a jumper.
Teleportation.
I've always
Teleportation
thought, I
is
just
some
think
shit,
about that. Like sometimes before I go to bed, I'm like,
I
what would I do
never
if I
saw
was a
that
jumper right
movie because I got drunk. Yeah.
I watched it one like
The one
night.
opportunity I had, well, I've obviously had, but like that presented itself to me. Yeah, no, I was drunk.
It's
I
a
got
decent
drunk
movie.
instead.
Like I would love to be a jumper.
It seems
just
fucking
good to,
dope.
like,
I would
yeah.
love to just be somewhere when
He
I
just
felt
jumped
like
into
it.
a safe with his duffel bag,
took all
bitch,
his shit
and
out, and just like went to China.
had money from every continent, every country he ever went to, just in his room. What's the other topic?
One gotta go.
I know we only
One
got
gotta
one more.
go, and
Kanye's tweets.
Kanye.
Okay,
which
we can
I don't
do.
know about. So.
What's this? So we can do quickly Kanye. So it's just basically just telling y'all that Kanye's back. And this is a
as
different
crazy as
Kanye. I think he's being more creative though. I don't know if it's a ruse or if he's trying to inspire
ruse.
people. Okay. From the book of Brendan.
Words.
One of his words, along with melancholy and egregious. I added those three to my vocabulary since now. But yeah, I don't know. He's been, only posting more like, be creative. Like, your creativity is your biggest currency in the world. Like, just kind of, trying to get people on a new creative wave. And I'm feeling it.
I'm not into it.
I don't know if it's a ruse, like I said.
I'm just tell you,
but
like,
let's
based off
get
what you're telling me
everybody's
right
topics.
now, I'm not very into it just because, I don't know, I feel like he needs
how he
a
is.
lot of help.
Yeah.
And
Also, like,
I don't need him to
but-
fucking tell me how to do creative shit and how to, like, block out stuff. Like, what works for him doesn't mean it's going to work for me. And that's with any celebrity, And Kanye is very, he's got a lot of things going up in that noggin, and I can't get into it anymore. I used to be such a big fan all the way up until probably graduation.
Damn, you didn't like 808s?
I still attribute it
808s
to...
took a really long time to grow on me. I wasn't into it. But after I did, give it more of a chance, I liked it.
What about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy? That shit was fire.
That gave me life, yeah. That was
It
his
just
last
wasn't
good
the
album
Kanye
to
that
me.
I wanted.
You wanted that, like, backpacker.
My favorite is College Dropout.
Of course.
So it just wasn't the same person, which makes sense. You have things that happen to you in your life that change who you are.
Yeah.
And that's his life journey. I can't fucking shoot it down. What am I gonna fucking say? I'm just me, But I can say that, like, I wasn't on the same plane as him. Like, I just couldn't dive into all of that shit. And that goes along. I have to see some more stuff. I have to, like, see him doing more, I don't know, maybe philanthropic type of things to make me feel like he's being genuine about those things that he's saying. If he's really trying to help creative minds break out of the box that they're in and step into another, create some, programs, even if you just create it in the city that you're from.
And we need it.
Right, I'm
Chicago
sure.
needs it anywhere. It needs it right now up here. Yeah. Especially from people like Kanye.
Yeah.
People listen
Which
to
is
that.
so weird because,
They're in a
you
place
don't
of
really
power.
hear of him doing a lot of stuff in Chicago no more.
No,
He's only out here, yeah.
He just stays
Which
out
kind of
there.
sucks. Like,
With the
okay, he came out
Kardashians.
at Chance's coloring book thing at the fucking Sox stadium, but that was like the last thing I heard of him doing in Chicago. But I attributed basically my little last word is to him, his mom's death.
Yeah.
I feel like before his mom died, he was sane and like kind of normal still out there, but I think that's what kind of fucked him up.
I agree, but like
So
at a
it's hard for
certain
me to
point,
judge him, and
you
sometimes-
you can get therapy and like move past it.
He's got
And I feel like he
enough
has been
money
trying
to
to.
have the top therapist in the fucking
Okay.
country at least. So
I also don't want to like stigmatize mental
Right.
health and shit like that. But I do think it's important to like actually seek out help.
I was about to say that.
Like that are positive and like healthy.
Mm-hmm.
What I think about his tweets is, I mean, apart from entertaining me, I just think it's a little disingenuous, especially when you're talking about your creativity is like your best form of currency when you're worth $100 million and I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Like, yeah, I love being creative. I love, like, if I could, I would just write fucking short stories all day and not leave the crib. Okay. But the way my fucking bank account is set up,
the way my rent is
okay,
bitch.
I can't.
The way my internet, the way my spectrum is due on every 17th of the month.
You have to be realistic, and it comes from a place of like wealth and comfortability, and it's like honestly, it's a little classist to like suggest that if you don't just focus on your creative outlets, then like you're not doing the right thing. Yeah, exactly.
It's a privilege to be able to do something like that because if I can fucking just go take dance classes and shit all my life and not have to work, awesome.
Okay.
Cool, great. But I don't have that fucking privilege. Like, I got shit to pay for. I have things I need to do. I need money for those things.
And of course, Kanye hustled. Like, he made,
yeah.
What did he say, 2 beats a day for 3 summers? Yeah, that's a grind. That shit is hard.
Hell yeah.
He hustled to get to where he is now. Like, he deserves it, definitely. I still love his music. I think, like, musically, he's a genius. But actually, like, being no nonsense and speaking the truth about what it takes to get there instead of just these like sort of meaningless platitudes that
kind
you
of
say. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I've heard this a million times from like a million different people. And that's why I don't really like celebrity motivational speakers and shit. Because it's just like, you already made it and you fucking are in Turks and Caicos right now, like getting double toppy, getting your dick sucked. And I'm
this went from deep to crass real quick. Go on.
And I'm still fucking, you know, struggling. But
double toppy is such a funny phrase. Like, I've never heard it so much. This is what I met Brendan. Like, it's so funny. And now I hear it all the time with fucking Jesus and Mira, which is so funny. But yeah, I think, yeah.
But, you know, best wishes to him.
We'll see. He said he got an album coming out, so
I hope
here
it's
for
good.
the music. I'm here for the music,
really good. I really do.
Me too. J. Cole just dropped some shit that sounds like it was decent.
When's the last time you heard a Kanye album and you're like, fuck yeah, Kanye. This is
My Beautiful.
good shit.
No, I actually liked The Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought I listened to it a few times, like all the way through.
When's the last time you loved a Kanye album though?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Me too.
Top, what are your top 3 Kanye albums in order?
Fuck.
Yeah.
In order?
Yeah.
Number 1, College Dropout.
Okay.
Number 2 might have to be. It might just be the first 3, like not to be.
That's mine. No, that's mine.
Yeah.
My top 3 are his first 3, but. Mine is College Dropout, then Graduation, and then Late Registration.
Late Registration. I think I'll put Late Registration above Graduation.
Really?
And then
I think
My Beautiful
just where
Dark
I
Which
was.
one was All Falls Down on?
That's one, boo boo. That's College
Okay,
Dropout.
so
That
that's
is
my top one
literally
then.
my very favorite Kanye song of all time.
Me too.
That video.
I went to see, TBT to when we thought that Stacey Dash was a decent person. Yeah, bitch, I said it what? Come for me. Come for me. Come for me, bitch. I don't care. But I saw him at Made in America when it was out here in LA.
Nice.
And I was like, he's not gonna do All Falls Down. And my first concert was the Truth Tour, and it was Usher. Usher was headlining, and Kanye. It was Usher and Kanye. Nice. And so I got to see him then.
That's some very mid 2000s.
Yeah, it was mid 2000s.
But live.
Right. It was early 2000s really. Yeah. It was like 2004.
It ain't even warm right now, but hot back then.
But so I was at Made in America. This is after Yeezus dropped, so he's doing all of those songs or whatever. I wasn't really into Yeezus like that, so I was like, I don't know. I was like, he's not gonna do All Falls Down, and that's really the only song I want to hear. And when I heard the fucking beat drop, I literally almost fucking cried.
Okay.
And like I was just like
Music
standing
make
there
you
like
feel that way.
recording it, like waving my arm in the hair, like I was in
Okay.
church because I love that song so much.
So
But
much
anyway,
passion behind it.
Yeah,
I
for
fucking
real.
love that song.
All right. So yeah, Kanye, we will definitely be back going over that album.
I
We
will
will definitely be doing
yes.
an album review.
Yeah, I'm
Definitely.
gonna have to listen to
And
it.
on the next podcast, we'll be doing a J. Cole album review. I want to
Yeah,
hear
I'm
this
gonna have to
album
listen to
and
it.
examine it over the weekend, and we'll, reconvene.
Still one of my
after
favorite
this
lines in hip hop history. J. Cole said, I think on one of his freestyles, I forgot what it was called. Oh, Back to the Topic freestyle.
Oh,
He says,
okay.
Carolina blue kicks, pedal to the metal, feeling like a puppet, and the devil
That was
is Geppetto.
Geppetto.
Oh my god,
yeah.
damn. That shit was crazy. That shit went hard.
He's dead.
I forgot about that. I used to be really into J. Cole,
Uh.
like at first. I kind of like fell off it.
Me
But
too.
anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I remember when I was doing a Disney program, we got free tickets to the All-Star Convention, and he was performing.
I've seen him
This was
before.
like workout,
Yeah, that's
can't
like
get
around
enough
the time.
era that I seen
That's
him.
around the time I saw him. Yeah.
So sexy
He
before
was
the
fine
dreads
before
and
the, I'm not into the dreads.
me
I'll be
either. I
honest.
mean,
I'll
he
be
still do
honest.
you whatever
Yeah,
natural to
you
each his
already kinda
own,
had it in your
but
brow, so it's like adding
when he
the
had
face
that
to it,
fresh
it's just too much
fade
for
and
me.
them fitted, yes,
He
your
can-
man. But anywho,
I'm impressed because he can dunk and he's like 6 feet. That's pretty cool.
I thought he was a little taller than that.
I think he's
he
like
is
6 feet.
definitely tall boobs. I remember that.
I don't know.
He might
I'm
be like
sure
6'1".
Everybody's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
taller than me.
But that's cool.
I hope he
can
does one of these concerts in LA. I'm gonna definitely try and make it over there before it get too packed. These little surprise meet me there, first come first serve concerts. But
Mhm.
yeah, to
Oh,
finish
yeah,
off, we're
yeah.
gonna do a couple rounds of One Gotta Go because the first round was so funny. I'm just gonna think of some off the top of my dome,
Oh.
and we're gonna do one or the other, bitch.
What?
Okay, so One Gotta Go:
Oh.
love or sex?
What kind of shit is this?
And you gotta
Daryl?
pick one.
Love.
This is a just in
Love.
case, if only
I'm
then.
Oh,
corny.
I'll pick love.
I would say love
I'm
too.
gonna be.
It feels better. I mean, sex is amazing
love
when you get
lasts.
it, but love, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sex is temporary,
Yeah.
but love is like everlasting. So
Although
yeah.
sex
Sex
is
is
pretty
like-
dope.
Sex is like it's supposed to
I
be
can't
like
disagree
the
with that.
yeah, it's supposed to be like
That's
the
one.
icing on the cake, but not the cake itself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I think it's the icing in the cake, actually. It
Whoa,
can be the icing in
You
the
know what?
cake,
Listen.
depending on what you're doing that
Daryl.
night.
You know what?
I gotta roll him away from
Roll
the
him
mic.
out
real quick.
here. Roll him
Depending
out
on
here.
depending on what you're doing that night, it can be the icing in the cake.
Listen, we're not gonna get into technical shit.
One gotta go. Phone or computer?
Computer,
Phone.
really?
Cause I can do
Yeah,
I can
let's
do all
say
the shit
computer.
on the computer
Yeah.
that I can do on my phone, but
I
on
mean,
my
I would
computer
say
like I
phone
can
too.
type and shit.
Yeah, I would say phone too, because it's hard to type on the phone, but you
Yeah.
can type on the computer.
I'm gonna say
You still got
I
your
gotta keep my
camera.
phone and I can live without a
You
computer.
still got your
snail mail and
FaceTime.
shit, send letters,
Okay, let me see.
send an owl,
Let's
The
see.
scroll on it.
scroll, yeah. Attach
Hashtag. Okay, so this is all. These are all hypothetical.
Of course, I mean
Job?
we're not gonna actually do this.
One
shit.
gotta go. Job or hobby?
Job. What the fuck?
Yeah, job too. That was easy. Damn. Okay. I gotta think of something hard. Y'all come up with something.
I
Okay.
don't know, man. We
One
use
gotta
this
go.
off the internet. I'm about to think of something.
Let me see.
Can we do like food type shit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Food.
Because everybody likes food.
Hot dogs.
Hot
Or
dog. Can I get a
hamburgers.
hot dog?
Hot dogs
Can
or
I get
hamburgers?
A hot dog, a sauerkraut. Hot dogs can go.
I feel like Daryl's gonna keep hot dogs.
Ah, why?
No, I like sausages, not hot dogs.
Sausages?
I like sausages.
Can I get a hot dog?
I don't like hot dogs at all.
Hot dogs will have to
Hot
go
dogs
because I
will go.
love a good cheeseburger, like burger, whatever, delicious burger. Okay, one gotta go.
Did you find one?
LA or Chicago?
This was-
Deuces, LA.
Yeah.
That's unfair.
This is LA.
What kind of shit is that? LA, obviously, I've never even fucking been to Chicago.
And that's your
Why
problem.
It
would
would
I?
be amazing if we
I
took
would.
on
I could
Chicago
go,
together.
and I'm not.
like,
It's not going to change my opinion
No,
of
it
this
will.
city right here.
It will.
I think
It will
will
not.
too. I think you would love it.
Like I would be like, oh, I would rather be here than LA. Absolutely fucking not.
I
Not
think
one
you
single
would.
place on
Especially
this god
summertime
green earth
shop.
I'd rather be than this city
Listen,
right here.
listen.
No.
Go-
Summertime shots.
Go
amazing.
experience Lake Michigan. on a breezy 76-degree day
so
on
cute.
June 21st.
It sounds awesome. It sounds cute and it sounds awesome, but this is where I was built, I was made, I was raised in this bitch right here, and I fucking love it.
Okay.
And I ride for it just like y'all going for Chicago, and I'm telling y'all right now, I would never pick nothing else.
All right, so I think we're in consensus. LA can go.
Yeah, LA has to go. But I feel you on riding for your city, though. Okay.
If I had another LA person in here, then they would agree.
Okay, one gotta go. Basketball or football?
Football. I fucking love basketball and basketball players.
Damn, it's hard because I love a good football game, especially when it's competitive.
I just don't like
But
I used to
basketball
love
more.
football when I was younger, but then all the shit about CTE came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I can't fuck with football anymore because they knew about this shit.
Exactly.
They knew they were
They
giving
don't
their
care.
players
Yeah.
brain damage.
They still know.
And
they
they still know. They don't do anything.
They're like, we got them new helmets. No, y'all did
So,
not. They
basketball.
still, yeah.
And I play basketball, so
Nice.
like I experience it and I enjoy it on multiple levels. So I don't think I could get rid of it.
Yeah, I love basketball. So.
Okay. TV or music?
TV. I don't even watch TV, so TV can go.
And when I
It
say
is what it
TV, I
is.
mean you can't watch a show, a movie, or nothing.
Still,
You can't
I
really-
literally,
Any sort of visual.
I can't imagine a world without me being able to listen to music, just because my body just can't help but to
Exactly.
like every time.
That's why I went and got them AirPods. I'm like, I ain't had music for 3 days. Because them cheap ass Marshall headphones kept breaking.
Marshall.
So I'm like, let me go ahead and invest something, some shit that's gonna keep working.
Yeah, music is going absolutely
Yeah,
nowhere. You
I
can
feel
take
you.
away Hulu, Netflix, DirecTV, Comcast. I can't even think of anything else.
Okay. Spectrum.
But yeah, I don't need that shit. Like I need, but I need music.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that I actually need it to live.
I agree.
That makes
for
sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say music can go. Hear me out. On TV shows and in movies, they often have scores.
Okay, but
That I can
are
listen
we
to. So
are we
I'm
doing
cheating.
that?
I'm
You are
cheating.
cheating.
Yeah,
That's
it's a loophole.
cheating.
It's a
There's
loophole.
nothing wrong with that. That's,
We're
I
allowing
guess
this.
loopholes are cool. I can see. I'll allow it. I don't agree with it. I'll
I'll allow it.
Yeah, but I would have to say TV would have to go because even with music, I feel like you could put on some music and close your eyes and you're in a whole nother world, basically. Whatever emotion that song basically evokes from you, basically.
I can hear some shit and just I'll be somewhere else.
Exactly.
I used to walk home from high school from the train, listening to music because everywhere I go, like I listen to music basically on my headphones.
So how can
And
you-
I'm sure this is a common experience. Like this isn't something spectacular that I'm saying, but every time
Oh, there.
I would walk and listen to like a certain song, I would feel like I was like in a music video.
Oh,
There
yeah.
were, like cameras following
Why do
me
you
and
think
shit, and I
my
would, like,
fucking
do
lip
shit.
sync battle shit went so well? Because I'm literally
OMG,
always
y'all.
lip singing. Like I put myself in the
Exactly.
fucking song. I put myself in the song. I
When I
love
tell y'all she
music.
slayed and ate that up, honey, I wish I could have streamed
It's a
it live.
dream.
Like,
Oh,
it
I was
just gave
going
me
to
so much
I was
life.
going to Vegas.
You were
last
going to
year.
Vegas, yeah.
Did you see it?
I saw it.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, from
He got
walking
money.
to
He
She
got
real
money.
thought she was Lil Kim.
okay, live. Love
Shrug.
it.
She brought out the wig. Like I didn't even see
Okay.
Adriana. I saw Lil Kim for real.
Yes, Kimmy Blanco. That's all I was saying today was like, yes, Kimmy Blanco. I cannot wait for you to give them like. I love it. Okay, last but not least. And I'm gonna finish this off because it's in the news right now, and we're gonna be messy and talk about this off. Because we're under an hour. Okay, quickly. Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Currently,
current
or like
climate.
in the current climate, I'm gonna have to rock with Cardi, and, which is difficult because I used to be a big Nicki fan, but I wasn't really into it. The 2 songs that she dropped, and I wasn't really into the approach that she took in regards to whatever the fuck is going on. between them.
Yeah, what happened exactly? Because I'm not up to date.
She was on the radio. She did a
Kind,
radio
she
interview
was
basically
kind.
when these 2 songs came out for y'all who don't know. And she was just like, Okay, so the thing with Quiddy, and yes, I'm not making fun of you, Nikki, just in case you want to sign me. I'm just reenacting for the people who didn't see it. And she was just like, the thing with Quiddy is like, I like her, but the thing that really bothered me with her was her first interview. She was just like,
I didn't hear the song.
The first verse I heard wasn't the verse that was on the album. He's about to give you
a full word for word.
Please, because I need it.
I'm going to summarize. Basically, they're talking about motorsport and how, like, she changed her verse. But according to
Nikki changed her verse?
Yeah, according to her, she changed it
because Quavo.
By request. So Quavo and, I guess, the label had requested that she change her verse. So Quavo told her to take the little... She had, like, a little singing part in it. And then she has the line where she says, and the song is out, the one that first got released, the single, she says, if Quavo's the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi, you know? But in the original song, she says, if Cardi is the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. So basically saying, like, I'm the coach and she's the player, like, which I can understand why. Like, if I wouldn't want nobody telling me that they were my fucking coach. Like, damn, bitch, like, that doesn't sound like a positive thing, so why would I react positively to it?
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it. Cardi is doing her shit though right now. Like,
for real, Cardi,
she's living her absolute best,
really
absolute best life, and she's having a really great year. So good for her. You know, everybody deserves to come up. It's just sad that when it comes to, and I talk about this, like, when it comes to female rappers and when it comes to, like, black comedians, there can never really be more than one at the top at once.
There always gotta be a beat.
So, there's always like a, you know, one is up. Oh, okay, now this one is up. And right now it's Cardi's time. And, you know, if Nicki can grab some of that, you know,
momentum or something.
Yeah, some of that attention, then, you know, good for her. Like, because, you know, she's worked hard to get to where she is now, too. But I don't think it has to be a whole, like, he said, she said, she's tearing me down. Now my feelings were hurt because of this. And then Cardi's feelings were probably hurt because Nicki fucking said that she was her coach.
And she
like,
pregnant.
I don't want, like, that, I don't know. That's how I feel.
I just love Cardi B's personality. I think she's hilarious.
She's
so
funny.
funny. I love Nicki, but she does seem more uptight. She has a funny side to her, but Cardi is just like 24/7.
I feel like if I ran into them on separate
she's from the
occasions,
BX. She's just like
Cardi would be nice, but I feel like Nicki would be like, okay, hold on. This is Givenchy, hold on.
I feel like she would maybe hear.
But Cardi would be like, oh my God, hug me.
And she would, you know, kind of like, thank you.
I love you, Nicki. Just in
Cardi
case you
just
want to
more
me,
down.
Yeah, and I mean, it could be where she is right now in her career. I don't know where that's gonna take her in the next few years, you know, like if she becomes more bougie and she starts being a little bit more uptight, or if she stays who she is. That would be great if she could stay who she is. Not many people do that.
And the message for today's show, everybody.
Okay.
Stay true to who you are.
And we are back officially. That was actually an amazing show, and I cannot wait to listen to it again because I feel like there's so many funny moments. We would definitely be back, like I said, talking about Kanye, talking about this J. Cole album, talking about a lot of shit that's coming up. And thanks again, and deuces.
We out.
Peace.